On Cooking with Bernie, we're making a Greek Taverna salad with a little twist from New York Times Cooking using halloumi cheese. All right, so for the first part of our Taverna salad, we're going to make the dressing. So that consists of 1/3 of a cup of olive oil, 1 garlic clove minced, 1/2 teaspoon of oregano, and 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. And we're just going to whisk this together. So the Taverna salad is a type of Greek salad. It traditionally has tomatoes, chickpeas, feta cheese. We're doing a little bit of a variation of that on this New York Times recipe, but it's quite good. All right, so we're gonna set that aside. Now we're gonna put our Taverna salad together. So it's just gonna bind chickpeas. It's 1 can of chickpeas. You're gonna drain it and rinse it. It's about 1 cup of tomatoes. The recipe calls for like 3 medium tomatoes chopped into small pieces, but you can also use like cherry tomatoes or grape tomatoes, just chop them in half. 1/2 cup of Kalamala olives, 1 bell pepper, either orange or yellow. That's really for color, it doesn't matter, but whatever you prefer. Chopped into small pieces. You can use 1/2 of an English cucumber. I used Persian cucumbers because that was what was available at Aldi's. I just took like 2 or 3 of those and chopped them up. 1/4 cup of a scallion, which is about 1 large scallion. 2 tablespoons of capers with the liquid drained, and about 1/4 cup of parsley. And then I'm going to toss that a little bit. And then we're going to whisk our dressing and pour it over top. And give it another quick toss. And then I'm just going to add some salt to taste, just about a pinch, and then retoss. I'm going to give it a quick taste. Good. Next, we're going to toast some pita bread. So I'm going to cut this into about 1-inch squares. Then we're going to drizzle this with olive oil, add some salt. I'm just going to mix this a little bit. Bernie is hoping to catch a piece of pita bread, but hopefully we'll keep it on the bowl here. I like using a cast iron skillet for this because we're toasting this. And you're just going to basically cook this and toss it frequently until the pita is browned. Okay, so the pita is toasted, so we're going to take it out and put it in the same bowl we had it in to mix it, just to let it cool off. So the last part of the recipe is grilling the cheese. The type of cheese that we're using is called halloumi cheese. It's originally from Cyprus. It's semi-hard and it has a high melting point, so it's less likely to melt or get gooey while you're trying to brown it. The first time I made this recipe, I had to use feta cheese because I couldn't find this stuff. I only found it in Whole Foods. It's kind of expensive, so if you don't want to use it, just get feta. You can do it with feta. It does melt a little bit, or you can just cut up feta into cubes and add it to your salad. But we're going to start with this. We're just going to get rid of any excess liquid here with some paper towel. And then we're going to cut this into strips. And then we are going to drizzle with a little bit of olive oil on both sides. And then we're gonna fry it. Just gonna use the same pan that we used for the pita. Just a couple minutes on each side. So as you can see, this cheese browns pretty nicely. It has a high melting point so it doesn't melt. And you're just browning it on each side so you get a nice sear on it. I'm gonna put it back on the wok here to chop this. And we're just gonna chop this into bite-sized pieces. Okay, and then we're gonna add this to our salad. And then we're gonna take our pita that we toasted and give it a good toss. And then you can add some herbs on top. I like mint. You can also add basil. I don't have any basil yet in our outdoor garden, so we're just gonna use some mint. And you're good to go. This is a great salad, lots of protein, a lot of vegetables, and it's pretty quick. The chopping is the longest or most complicated part, but otherwise a great recipe for a weeknight.